Hello, people of the internet. I am Corey Smith, president and founder of the Overshield.com.
I am Tommy Portugal, editor and co-host of the Overshield.com.
And I'm Andrew Holmes, lead writer for the Overshield.com.
We have come before you to issue an apology. Recently, we announced plans for upcoming shows that you may have been looking forward to.
We announced upcoming projects and shows such as Minecraft Misadventures, Otaku Corner, Week of Slender, and Hamtaro Abridged, with 3 of these projects to release this month.
Unfortunately, things did not go as planned.
Yes, we have canceled Week of Slender, and Otaku Corner has been delayed until an unknown time.
So why is this happening?
Without going into too much detail, all we will say is that we're having issues with capturing game film due to equipment and software issues.
This is why Week of Slender was canceled, and why Otaku Corner has been delayed.
We're not lying when we say that we really were looking forward to making Week of Slender, as Halloween is one of our favorite times of the year.
Now, as for Hamtaro Abridged, we can safely say the project is nowhere close to being dead.
We have been going over the script for months now, and we don't want to half-ass the project.
Good things take time.
We're shooting to have it released before Christmas, but, as you know, nothing is set in stone.
We also realize that we haven't been providing enough of our already established shows, such as Pixels and Bits, The Crypt, and Niker Plays.
With Pixels and Bits, it's been a matter of schedule conflicts, nothing more.
As for The Crypt and Niker Plays, that's just been pure neglect on our part, and we're sorry for that.
Please remember that we are a very small team, 3 people to be exact, that we are working on all of this, and we don't make a dime doing what we do.
All of us have jobs and school outside of this as well.
However, we really do feel we screwed up, and we felt we owed you, as fans, an apology.
So I, the president and founder of the site, would like to say that we are extremely sorry for what has happened. We only wish to bring you the best we can offer, and I feel we didn't live up to that goal. I hope you all can forgive us, and let's move forward to a brighter future. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's the weekend, and you know what that means. It's time for the most entertaining hour of your weekend. It's time for Pixels and Bits on the Overshield.com with your hosts, Corey, Andrew, and Tommy. And now, broadcasting from planet Earth, it's time for Pixels and Bits. Hello, Internet, and we're back!
Yay!
Why the hell did it take us so long to get back?
That is a very good question.
Welcome to Pixels and Bits on the Overshield.com. My name is Corey, and I'm your host, and I am joined by my co-hosts, Andrew and Tommy. Say hi, guys.
Hi!
Hello.
We're back.
Yes.
After, God, when was the last time we put out an episode? September?
No, well, yeah. Jeez, I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I feel awful. I feel really awful about that. It's been a mixture of, like, we tried recording one episode, the recorder broke, and then, like, a bunch of just, like, none of us could get together.
Well, Andrew, your internet was out for last week, right?
Yeah, for about, like, 7 to 9 days it was out. No phone, no internet. I was going crazy over here.
Yeah, I was kind of getting mad because you weren't messaging me back. Or like, okay, I'm waiting for you.
I just didn't have any internet. I wasn't mean to be a dick.
I know. Well, even with the cell phone.
Andrew, there's always a way. You could have just gone to the library and done the podcast from the library.
Oh, yeah, because I want to yell at the top of my lungs, people doing stupid shit in the middle of a library.
There are people...
Well, hell yes! That'd be epic.
Andrew, there are people watching porn in the libraries.
This is true.
Yes.
Me being one of them, so might just get awkward.
Yeah.
If I'm recording Pixels and Bits and, you know, messing with my own Pixels and Bits.
Oh god, Resident Evil 6. Oh god.
Megan Piper.
Leon.
Megan Piper, is that the girl, remember? Is that her name?
Oh yeah.
Megan Piper, yeah.
All right, so it is time to jump into the Overshield news desk. Hit the music. All right, so we got a ton of news stories. Anybody want to take a guess at how many I have?
69. No.
Why'd you pick that number? No, it's 11.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Sweet
Yep.
Jesus. Holy.
All right, first story. Who here remembers a guy called Kim.com?
I don't.
Nope.
He was the founder of Mega Upload.
Okay.
Oh.
The one who's getting sued or basically getting prosecuted by the U.S. government for copyright infringements and probably might end up in jail for 500 years because the copyright laws are fucking stupid.
I know.
He started up a new website called Mega, that's M-E.G-A.
I
Ah!
can watch my Dexters now.
Yes. And he promises, and the motto site being that they promise to deliver a bigger, faster, stronger, and safer experience. Did anybody else just think harder, better, faster, stronger?
I just did right now.
Yeah.
And he also boasts that law enforcement will not be able to reach him where he is planning on hosting the site. He says the new Mega will not be threatened by U.S. prosecutors. The new Mega avoids any dealings with U.S. hosters, U.S. domains, and U.S. backbone providers, and has changed the way it operates to avoid another takedown. He is still going to go to trial in March for his charges relating to copyright infringement. So, let's see how long this lasts.
Better go to Sweden.
Yeah, he was arrested in Hong Kong, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Ugh.
That's
No.
bullshit.
The government, they'll
Well-
fine you.
Go to North Korea. They can't get you there.
Are you kidding me? It'd be like the adventures of Kim Jong-un.
the adventures of Kim.com.
Oh, glorious leader with his juggling skills.
Oh, glorious leader violating copyrights left and right. What will you have us do?
You have no idea what we're talking about, huh, Andrew?
Not at all.
It's like the best thing College Humor has ever put out. It's basically an animated series called The Adventures of Kim Jong-un, who is the leader of North Korea. And it's basically just like this cartoon talking about how godly he is, and he just has like the same stoic position and face the whole time, but like they make him seem so like emotional and stuff like that. It's pretty hilarious.
The joke is that the show is a animated cartoon from North Korea.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So the
And it's hilarious because like every time before the show starts, and it says it is mandatory to watch the show, otherwise you will be castrated.
Oh, Jesus.
So, moving on. Next story. I think we all know that G4 is going to die here fairly soon.
Kaboom.
yes.
Well, it's the final nail in the coffin has been hit.
Yeah, they canceled their last two gaming shows.
Attack of the Show and X-Play have been canceled and will continue airing until New Year's.
Well, see a G4, and then another channel is going to come out, and then they're not going to have gaming stuff over the years, and then they're going to get canceled, and it's going to be MTV syndrome.
Yep. You know, I think somebody should start a TV network called Reality Television and only air music videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should bring back Fox Reality Channel and just air the music videos.
Anyways, next story, because we don't like to talk about G4 because it's gotten really shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Who here plays Borderlands 2? Is it just me?
It
No,
is
I've
just
played
you.
Borderlands. I've played
just-
Borderlands too.
Alright, so, if you're an Xbox 360 owner of Borderlands 2, you might want to play by yourself or just with your friends, because if you play online with people you don't know, you might be risking your save file.
Yep, which is complete and total bullcrap because there's more than one playthrough, bunch of characters, bunch of skill trees, and all of a sudden, bam, you lose your save file and your gigantic gun that looks like a T-Rex, and you're like, fucking hell.
Alright, so, here's what happened. there have been various users who have discovered the hardcore mode that was left out of the game, and they're using it. It's called the Graveyard exploit. And users who activate this currently unavailable mode, which is hardcore mode, can hurt the strangers they play with. Hardcore mode results in permadeath. But if you're joined with somebody who is using that exploit, basically the whole permadeath thing will apply to you as well because you're playing with that person. And so basically Gearbox is working on a way to fix this. So until word from Gearbox comes out saying it's safe again, play by yourself or just with your friends on Borderlands 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you just meant play with yourself. I'm like, I do that all the time.
No.
Oh, this guy.
Didn't.
Yep. Next story. EA is they're rather upset. They're kind of like a rich kid who didn't get what they wanted. They've come out and said that they're disappointed by the low review scores for Medal of Honor and are blaming the journalists.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
They're lashing out at game reviewers, and they said on quote unquote quote from Frank Gabot, who is complete douchebag of EA, in my opinion. He says, on Medal of Honor, we're disappointed with the critical reception. Our internal testing and mock reviews indicated that the game is better than the actual score that we have right now, and we believe that it is.
They just didn't give enough.
That is the most
reviewers.
pretentious, egotistical thing I have ever heard an executive say about a game.
Yeah, I know. It's like the goods game, and we know it. La 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 la. Don't tell me anything different.
You guys don't know how to review a game.
Ugh! Oh my god!
Stupid journalists. Ugh.
Ugh! You don't get Medal of Honor. It's like the hipster version of Call of Duty. Ugh!
While the company still believes the game will sell lots of copies, early sales data shows the opposite. Warfighter is currently on track to become the lowest selling game in the series. Shut up. It's currently on track to be the lowest selling game in the series, and analyst Michael Pachter, I'm sure we all know the Pack Attack and stuff like that, says that the sales stay low enough, EA might end up killing off the Medal of Honor series in favor of possibly a yearly schedule for the Battlefield series.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
And okay, here's the thing. EA, here's why your game didn't work. It's a generic copy and paste shooter that is completely the same as fucking Call of Duty. Did you really think it was gonna be unique and sell tons and all the reviewers would fucking love it? Because it's the same as Call of Duty?
All the shooters nowadays are the same.
No, not well. Military games, yes.
The only good military game I've played in this pack that's come out this year is Spec Ops, and that's it.
Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah, that was actually really
I
good.
heard that was an emotional shooter.
Actually, it was, because there was a scene where you blow up people with, like, white phosphorus mortars, and you're like, yeah, we just kicked the bad guys' asses. And then you go into the base and realize that spoiler, you go into the base and you find out that you also just murdered a bunch of women and children with white phosphorus.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's like the worst way to die ever.
Pick this game up at your local GameStop for only insert price here. You can murder children.
So, anyways, that's the story. EA is being a whiny bitch.
Well, what else is different?
Another, here's a bad story right here, unfortunately. Your right to resell your game consoles or gaming hardware, that might be taken away.
Which is really dumb. I've heard about this.
Okay, so in 1908, the doctrine of first sale was created, and it says that it allowed you the right to resell your stuff because copyright holders would only have the control over first sale of said product. Now the document is being challenged. The reason being is because a kid who lived in Thailand was attending school in the US. Then he realized, oh, my books are so much freaking cheaper in Thailand. Huh, maybe I can make a lot of money if I have them shipped to me and then sell them for like 10 times the cost than they were in Thailand. And by doing so, he made over $1.2 million.
That's smart. That's good for him.
The book publisher is now suing him.
It's stupid.
And because of this, the book publisher is now challenging the first sale doctrine.
That's really dumb. And basically what this means to like video game people is if you want to, let's say you bought a really crappy, I don't know, Wii U game, you know, you have some buyer's
No.
remorse.
The game, okay, most games are actually manufactured here in the U.S. because the publishers and copyright holders are from the U.S.
Still have to get
Now,
permission.
if your gaming hardware, say like your PlayStation, your Xbox, which is all that's manufactured in either Mexico or China, if said product was made outside the U.S., then you would not be allowed to resell it without permission from the copyright holder, or said Microsoft, Sony, and everybody else. And because a lot of stuff is made in China, this would actually, like, sites like Craigslist and eBay, gone.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because those sites make money off of selling used items.
yep.
Well, Craigslist still has like the job wanted ads.
Yeah, but
So I mean,
like
it can still
eBay,
barely live. It can still.
Amazon,
Yeah.
Game Gabble.
God,
Half-
this I can't see this passing. I really can't.
There's no way they wouldn't affect everybody just because one guy exploited the system.
Yeah. Good for
I
him.
mean, I know he made a lot of money doing it.
And you know what? I think the court will rule in his favor because technically he didn't really do anything wrong.
Well, they're the ones that had it priced that much lower. It's their fault.
It's the publisher's fault.
Exactly.
So, moving on. This is my rant for the day.
Okay.
As many of you know, I fucking loved 38 Studios and Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did.
Well, the government of Rhode Island is now suing Kurt Schilling over the whole fiasco.
He's gonna throw a fastball at their head with a bloody sock.
It's basically they're suing Kurt Schilling to get back their $75 million. Oh, may I mention that Kurt Schilling is actually broke? He actually had to sell his bloody sock.
He kept his bloody sock.
And we sold it.
I mean, before he sold it, he still had it.
Yeah, he still had it.
That's fucking gross.
Oh, come on. That's huge sports memorabilia.
I know it's huge sports memorabilia. It's an icon. It's in the top moments, whatever. But still, man, a bloody sock. How much money did he get for it? Do you have that information?
No, I don't have that information.
For crying out loud.
But-
I mean, well, go on, Corey. Never mind.
All right, so what happens is Rhode Island's Economic Development Corporation has decided to sue Kurt Schilling for their loss of $75 million investment. After it was determined that Project Copernicus was not going to come to fruition, Governor Shafi hired lawyer Max Wistow to determine whether or not they could take legal action. It appears they will, as outlined in a 97-page complaint that notes, and I quote, "Even with the loan from the EDC, 38 Studios was undercapitalized by many millions of dollars. It would have not have nearly made enough money to relocate to Rhode Island and complete Copernicus. And that, as a result of this cash shortfall, 38 Studios was likely to run out of money in 2012. Now, and also, the governor himself issued a YouTube video telling the people of Rhode Island, hey, guess what? We're going to sue Kurt Schilling because we made a bad investment. I think one person put this really well. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, investments fail all the time. It's not Kurt Schilling's fault.
Here's how an investment works. You borrow some money, and you're like, okay, I think this might work out. I may have a possibility to make money back on this.
Exactly.
You invest the money, you give the money to said person, and hope for something to come back. And you don't sue that person when your investment goes wrong.
Exactly.
That's how it works. That's how investing in the fucking market works.
No, I completely agree with
The
you.
government gambled the taxpayers' money by investing in a new game studio, which itself is a really risky business investment at best.
Oh, yeah.
Then they sank the studio with their investment by chasing off prospective publishers. The only one who wanted to publish them at that point was EA. And then when they were trying to auction off, they scared off the buyers.
They were not very smart.
If they didn't want the taxpayers' money to be wasted, they should have never invested in a fucking game studio, because that is a horrible investment of taxpayers' money. And now, to cover their asses, they want to sue Kurt Schilling over the complete fuck-up.
Which, once again, is not his fault that consumers didn't buy it.
I mean, God! This has retardation written all over it.
See, the sad thing is he probably, like you said, he had to sell his bloody sock. He's probably going to have to sell his World Series ring.
He sold all his houses.
Both World Series rings, his bloody sock, his houses, his kid.
And that probably won't even be enough. Here's the thing. Any smart judge will write this shit off. I'm sorry. There's no reason legal action can be taken here.
I agree with you. The fact that they decided to invest into a video game company with taxpayer money is stupid to begin with. But
Now, if it was written in their contract saying, oh, by the way, if you can't pay back our money, all of it, and the studio shuts down and everything, and we can't find a way to auction it off, then we have a right to sue you for our money back. If they stated that was in the contract, then they're perfectly fine. They're fine. They're perfectly fine in suing Kurt Schilling. They have the right to do so. But until I see that piece of information, this is the most stupid thing I've ever seen.
Kurt Schilling, you're cordially invited to be on the Pixels and Bits podcast. Be in contact with you soon.
I would love to have him on here. Hear his whole side of the fucking story.
That would give us a big jump on views.
Oh. Anyways, that's my rant over that. Thank you. Moving on to the next story. This a good one too. Shigeru Miyamoto has taken another step forward with the game industry, as he has received the prestigious Prince of Asturias Award.
The hell is that?
The Prince Asturias Award is a award from Spain that's given out to fairly noticeable people. Miyamoto was won in the Communications and Humanities category, which in the past has honored the Royal Academy, the search engine Google, the National Geographic Society, CNN, and a former president of the Czech Republic.
Good for Miyamoto.
Yeah, that's a good news.
So that officially means that the games are starting to move forward and starting to be finally recognized as being something more than entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could always make the argument that video games are an art platform, so...
They are!
Yeah.
Indeed. And any developers will fight tooth and nail for that.
Yeah, I mean, just ask Edmund McMillan or, I can't think
of... the guy who made Fez, who's a bit of a dick.
Well, I mean, come on. Did either one of you watch Indie Game the movie on Netflix?
Yes, I did.
I still need to watch that.
Okay, well then, the guy who made Fez, he wasn't being a dick. I mean, look at all the pressure he was under for 4 years, and the other guy, I don't know a lot of their names at the moment, but I don't know if you can really consider him a dick.
Oh, he's a bit of a dick, because actually Heaven was a fan of his game, who was from Japan, asked him a question. He's like, why do you think people are preferring Western games over Japanese games? And his answer was, because Japanese games suck. That's
not an opinion. It's not, I don't know.
That was his only explanation, too.
What was this on Twitter?
No, this was on an interview.
Oh, I was going to say...
I'm sorry. No, this was on a panel. This was on a panel somewhere.
I was going to laugh because I was saying, if it's on Twitter, he only had 140 characters.
Oh, that's...
Oh.
You're funny today.
Alright, next story. The PlayStation 3 will finally be able to launch in China.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was about to say, are they going to run Kevin Butler ads then, since it just launched?
China has basically had a ban on video games since the turn of the century because they say that it distracts children from doing what is necessary.
Making American products.
Making Nike shoes.
McDonald's toys.
Well, it seems that this may no longer be the case, is that Sony has received what is known as China's compulsory I can't fucking say this. Fuck you. Compulsory certificate that is valid until 2016. This means that their electronics will meet the required safety specifications to be imported into the country for the next 3 years or so, and the system itself will not be sold as a game system, but as an entertainment device.
So they better hope that they don't get a hold of any Rock Band stuff.
Just give them Little Big Planet, they'll be fine.
So, I was about to say listeners in China, and then I realized, man, I don't think there could be listeners in China considering they have like the strictest internet ever next to like Iran.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you just happen to be listening to this, please send us a carrier pigeon.
How racist.
That's awful.
That's terrible. I have a Chinese girlfriend, Andrew, you know that.
Alright, so...
And she can give us one. You got the hookup, man.
I do have the hookups, yeah. So when China takes over, I'm safe.
Now, here's an next story. Interesting discussion topic. Cliff Pizzinski, who left Epic Games recently, and as we all know, he was the creative designer for Gears of War and Unreal, which both are great franchises, in my opinion. Especially Unreal. You can't deny that's one of the best PC shooters ever.
Yeah, I liked Unreal. I played it when I was younger, and I have one for PlayStation 2. That one's not so good, but the Unreal series as a whole, it's always original, and it's good.
It's great. It's a great series. Well, recently he sent a tweet to Capcom saying, "Hey Capcom, hey Capcom, I can fix Resident Evil. We can work together." Now, actually, this is interesting. I think he may be onto something, because who better? Because it's kind of accepted fact that Resident Evil has evolved into the third-person action series.
I would agree with you about 70 or 80%. Yeah, it's
so. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, in terms of a gameplay mechanic.
Well, yeah. If you compare it to like the original ones, then most definitely.
So, who better to work with Capcom on this than somebody who perfected that on his first fucking try?
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of well known that a lot of games have ripped the Gears of War mechanics from like the cover-based system and everything. So who better to help Capcom with that, and knows and knows how to work on the whole third-person action mechanics than the guy who made fucking Gears of War?
You know what I'm looking forward to then? I'm looking forward to playing as Leon and having him curse every other word. If he's going to be working with them. I would be happy with that.
Oh god, I'm just now reminded. Okay, you ever heard of you ever seen the video of Jared where they're making a video that him and his buddy Chip sent a video to the military saying that they learned military skills by playing video games, and it shows them doing Gears of War. They're hiding behind cover. They're like, shit, we gotta kill these cocksucker motherfuckers. Shit, fuck, shit. And like every word is bleeped out, so all you're hearing is bleeps.
That's funny.
And I'm like, well, that's kind of true.
I'm sure that's pretty realistic.
Yeah, that's true.
I would imagine Leon, he would say that during a zombie invasion, you know?
No, that would be me. Leon would be like, let's go, and I would be running, ah!
I'm sure the first time in Resident Evil.
No, Leon would now say, shit, let's fucking go, shit.
Shut the fuck up, shoot, just tell Ashley to shut the fuck up. I'm just saying.
So, I think what Cliffy can help them do is actually find ways to make horror work with the third-person mechanic. So, like, one of the things that made Resident Evil really scary, the original ones, was that you didn't have a whole lot of control in what you could do.
Tank mechanics?
Yeah, so why not help them with being able to take control away from the player to make them feel helpless.
Just honestly, I think that the new gameplay, in terms of like the shooting and the camera, I like that a lot better than the old ones. Just a simple little things like make it so you don't have enough ammo to kill an entire third world, country, and I'm sure it would make it a bit more scary.
Oh yeah. Or make it so that only headshots work.
Exactly. Just little things like that. I don't think they need to completely revert back into what they were because, I mean, face it, Resident Evil 4, that's one of the best games of all time. I don't care what anyone says. So they have something there that everyone likes. They just need to kind of go back, make it a little bit slower paced and stop making it like a Call of Duty 94.
Dead Call of Duty Resident Evil 5.
Dead Space Edition.
Battlefield Edition.
Featuring Medal of Honor.
With Halo.
Anyway.
Yeah, versus the Spartans.
Leon's a Spartan.
Oh, that'd be badass.
You would still have the hair, too.
Oh god, why does it remind me of the video Gears of Halo Theft Auto 5? Alright, so next story, we got an announcement, and it's a big one.
Oh my god!
Rockstar has finally announced when GTA 5 when it will release.
I know, I saw this.
Spring next year.
Yeah. What was that?
Fuck you, Andrew.
Andrew, come on.
I love Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay then. Hold on.
There we go.
Okay, better.
Who here is actually looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 5?
I am.
I've always kind of been passive to it. I played them, but I never played them for the missions. The only thing that ever came close to that was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but I never played Grand Theft Auto 4, which I probably should now. It's probably dirt cheap, but
I got mine for like $5.
Like, I didn't play the campaign, but I played the multiplayer with my friends, and we just had tons of fun.
Did you ever do the swing set thing?
No.
You never did that?
I don't even know what that is. What?
It's where you drive up a car to a certain swing set in like a park, and if you get up close to it, all of a sudden you just hear cling, and your car goes flying halfway across the city.
Okay, I will have to try that now.
It's the greatest thing ever. Anyways, final story. Remember how we kind of talked about how there was the pointless Mass Effect trilogy pack coming out, and it just doesn't seem like it's needed?
EA again.
But guess what? Skyrim is getting a premium edition.
yeah.
Oh, guess what? And here's what it entails. So far, it's only been announced for Europe, but you get a novel in it called Hell City, 6 concept art postcards. You also get a T-shirt, an ebook that has like 600 pages on it, which is I don't get why. 5 songs, and like some other stuff. Oh, and has none of the DLC.
Wow, for the low price of $300.
Yeah.
This sounds like a collector's edition to buy when the game comes out.
This sounds like the collector's edition that they thought about releasing and then realized, you know what'd be much more awesome than all this shit? A fucking dragon statue.
And then China was like, yay!
And then they realized, oh shit, we made all these premium editions like way back, and we never released these, did we? No. Well, let's clear out the warehouse. We gotta make way for like Dishonored and all that shit, man. And so that's what happened. That's not true, but who knows?
I mean, every popular game seems to always have like a Game with a Year edition or Kick-Ass edition or something where it has all that stuff. But
actually,
shouldn't it have a DLC with it? That's ridiculous.
That is kind of ridiculous. And it's only for the PC and Xbox.
Suck it, PlayStation.
And yeah, because PS3 hasn't gotten any DLC because the whole problem with that is the PS3's OS architecture. And because of that, they're having a hard time making the DLC for it because they're like, how can we get... Because every time they try to implement it, it breaks the game. And they can't figure out how to work around that. And they're working with Sony saying, guys, how the fuck do we program for your machine? It doesn't seem to want to work. Oh, God, we never really thought about that, did we?
But coming soon, Skyrim for the 3DS.
But, anyways, that is the end of the Overshield news desk. And it's now time to jump into the awesome middle segment. Tommy, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a galaxy far, far away. Yes, thank you. And the happiest place on Earth. We don't have any Disney music. But anyways, Disney...
Happiest, most capitalist place on Earth.
Well, Disney has bought Lucasfilms for... Wait.
$4.05 billion.
Dr. Evil will be going crazy right now.
They just stole the money away
I would
from
like to
Dr.
buy...
Evil. So.
I bet Dr. Evil was one of the bidders. I'd like to buy Star Wars for $1 billion.
And Disney's like, oh yeah? $4 billion. And Dr. Evil's like, oh shit.
Well, I'll give you my hairless cat. No.
Throw in Mini Me. You can turn him to a mini Mickey Mouse.
You can make baby back ribs out of him.
But yeah, Star Wars is now part of Disney. What do you guys think about this?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
Because Disney is known for making really good films. This is like a true fact. Most Disney films are good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is not, and I'm talking about the theater releases, the straight to DVD shit. Fuck that.
Some are okay. Some are pretty good.
I mean, look at some of the studios they had. The studio that made Pirates of the Caribbean, which was fan-fucking-tastic. Then you got Pixar, which makes... They just shit out like gold all over the
Wreck-It
place.
Ralph is getting great reviews.
Who here is actually going to go see Wreck-It Ralph?
I
I'm
am.
going to go see that.
Wait,
I'm
that's
gonna
not
go see
Pixar,
it.
is it? Is that Pixar? No, that's not Pixar.
That's Disney.
I'm sorry. But still, I mean, it's an animated film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, they own Marvel, which means if you think about it, come on, if Marvel and
Star Wars crossover.
Not only that, Joss Whedon could be the director.
Oh, I never thought of that.
It's only 1 degree of separation, so
It's true. It's true, and he's working on the new Avengers movie, which is set to release in like 3 years.
Well, he's first working on the Shield pilot show.
Another Shield?
They're making a Shield TV series.
like as if the Shield from the Avengers or Shield like the bald guy.
Shield as the Avengers. Shield.
Okay.
Yes.
Because there was another show called The Shield, and it
Had a bald guy.
died.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Shield from the Avengers. They're making a TV series of that, and he's gonna be directing the pilot episode.
Now, here's the thing. Here's with episode 7. Here's where I draw the line. If episode 7 does not follow after episode 6 with Han and Leia's kids being Jedis, then fuck the movie. I will not watch it.
Spoiler.
But that's not a spoiler, all right?
How's that a spoiler? That's like
old
assumed.
news.
That book has been out for like 2 fucking decades.
Well, Corey,
Who reads books anymore?
they said that the episode 7. Well, anyways, by the way, Disney also announced that they will be making episodes 7 through 9, with episode 7 coming out in 2015. But they also said that episode 7 is not going to take place. It's going to have nothing to do with the extended universe, but it'll be an original story.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I'm done.
No,
Screw it.
I actually think this is smart. I actually think this is smart, Corey.
How?
Continue
Because the
original
extended
story.
universe has existed for so long that people enjoy those stories so much that if someone were to make a movie based on the extended universe, people will pick at it, as people are going to pick it at episode 7 no matter what.
God damn it! I want to see the 2 Solo siblings fight.
They could still have them. I don't know.
Ugh.
At this point, no one knows exactly where it's going to go. For me, I wanted.
The good news. The good news out of all this is George Lucas can no longer rape Chewbacca.
Am I the only
Oh,
one?
and by the way, I forgot. You forgot to add that by buying Lucasfilms, they also now own
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
and
wait
they
for the number
also,
5th one now.
They own their video game company too,
Yeah.
LucasArts.
No, we can get Battlefront 3 finally.
I'm just looking forward to Sora having
Indiana
some kind
Jones
of a,
5, the retirement home of doom.
Come on, Sora with the lightsaber. Kingdom Hearts 3. Darth Vader being the
That's
last
Square
boss of the
Enix.
game. Let's go.
That's
And
right.
Disney.
Since they now own Star Wars and Indiana Jones, they can incorporate that in games like Kingdom Hearts. Now, if Square Enix actually fucking makes Kingdom Hearts 3, that's a different story.
No. Disney will buy Square Enix, and then they'll go ahead and make it.
I want them to do that. I want them to do that. Fucks what Square Enix does, and buy Capcom as well.
Yeah, sure. Let's have a Kingdom Hearts game where instead of Goofy and Donald, you have the Hulk and Anakin Skywalker going on this epic adventure to fight Darth Vader, Doctor Doom.
No. Anakin can't fight Darth Vader.
And with Capcom, Mega Man, Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Dead Rising, all in Kingdom Hearts. That'd be fucking awesome.
Okay,
All
Lost
made into a
Planet.
kids movie.
I would like Die of Happiness. I would be like, towels, I need towels.
Music by Daft Punk. Oh, that'd be amazing.
I would like die of a heart attack of just pure happiness from that, man. Oh.
Yeah, Disney's gonna get Daft Punk to do the soundtrack for Bambi 3: Return of Bambi.
I mean, the whole thought of this is making me lightheaded with happiness.
Oh, but I know people are upset, and I guess the first terrible news of that has already happened with the Star Wars Clone Wars no longer being on Cartoon Network after the end of Season 5.
This is true, but, pardon my French, but fuck Cartoon Network.
I know, Cartoon Network has sucked.
They haven't been good since like 2003, back when they had Megas XLR.
Oh, I love that show.
And the only show that I can watch on Cartoon Network right now is Adventure Time, and that's because it's awesome.
I like Adventure Time because it reminds me of Invader Zim, of that randomness.
Now, some people might say, what about Adult Swim? I consider Adult Swim like its own network.
Same here. Like, I like the Robot Chicken, Venture Brothers, which is finally back on.
Thank God.
Seriously, 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
I mean, they're busy guys, I'm just happy it's finally back, because I was really concerned that it was never going to come back.
But, Andrew, you want to throw your 2 cents in here? You've been awfully quiet.
I've been speaking almost the whole time, man.
Well, I mean, it's Star Wars. I mean, you like Star Wars, right?
Yeah, I've seen every single episode. See, I'm one of the rare people out there that I didn't think Hayden Christensen did a bad job, but I'm not a fan of Jar Jar Binks, but
No one is.
Nobody likes Jar Jar.
the kids do. That's the
No.
reason why.
He
it's a
sounds like
marketing ploy.
Mash Mouth from what was it? Fat Al.
But I don't know. A lot of people had a lot of complaints about the prequels, and when the first one came out, how old was I? I think I was in 5th grade or 4th
Came out in
grade.
1999, I believe.
Yeah, I was in elementary school when the first one came out, and I thought it was awesome, And I saw the original ones, and I thought those were awesome. And
Well, here's the thing with kids' minds. I like one of the things is I saw episodes 1 and 2 when I was in like elementary and middle school, and back then my mind was explosions, action equals fucking awesome. That's all I cared about. I hated as a kid. I hated the Titanic. The only reason me and my friends actually watched that movie is because of the booby scene. That was it.
Boobies.
But yeah, I don't know. I understand why people don't like them, but I was never one of those people. I liked them. I even liked the third one. The third of the
one,
prequels.
I think, is...
Third one was the best
It is
of
the
all
best.
out of all the prequels.
See, I liked all of them. I actually, I got my girlfriend, Cassie. She's never seen any of the Star Wars movies except the first prequel movie. Because we watched it together. Yeah, we watched it together one day. When we were first dating, I asked her if she had ever seen any of the Star Wars movies, and she hadn't. So I said, well, let's go in order. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not,
No,
No, you did it in the wrong
Andrew,
order.
how could you?
Why? Because I'm trying to...
6, then 1, 2, 3.
It's
You go by air date.
No, I'm going by the plot.
No, you go by 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3, and then you can watch it in the correct order.
No,
No, because the whole
You just said it
point
yourself,
Of,
the
the whole
correct
point of the
order.
prequels No, because the whole point of the original ones was to explore the story of Luke, but then at the end it talks about it's more centers around like you bring in more. They bring in the character of Darth Vader a little bit more, and then at the end of episode 6, you're wondering, was Vader really ever a good guy? Was he? He doesn't seem like he was always a bad guy. And then it kind of, and then 1, 2, and 3 explains basically, it kind of like goes into depth of like what we're thinking, and it's like, oh, Vader wasn't really a bad guy. He just was great. He was a good kid, and then he slowly descended into just an evil asshole.
Exactly. Or you can do it that way. If you watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, you can see it happening before your eyes. Not like if you just watched the 4, 5, 6, you know of this character, but you don't know their backstory. But if you can watch it and you can watch them grow up, you know what I mean? Through all that, they're not this evil thing. Like you can understand what happened beforehand. And
but Andrew,
no, you can tell me whatever you want, but that's the way I'm going to show her. So
The Empire Strikes Back has one of the greatest twists
ever. You don't mess that up.
Don't mess that up, exactly. So you have to watch it for 4, 5, 6. Let your future kids be surprised.
Otherwise, that whole plot twist means absolutely nothing.
It means nothing.
And that's what the whole movie builds up to. Is that epic fight with Luke clinging to that pole and Vader revealing the truth.
Everyone's mind was blown away. You have to have that moment for everyone.
As a kid, here was my mind.
Darth Vader, the most evil person in the entire galaxy, is the father of Luke Skywalker, the good guy of the rebellion.
Yeah.
That is not a spoiler.
That's a spoiler. Every nerd knows that. Everybody knows
Cassie
that.
already knew that, so what's the point?
The whole world
God.
knows that, alright? But they have to experience that.
But if she already knows it, then what is she really experiencing?
The journey.
Exactly.
No, the journey of the original trilogy, then the prequels, and then the new trilogy. That's how it's gonna have to be for.
Now you show her. Basically, here's how it works. You don't show somebody shit and then show them the great stuff. You show them the great stuff, and then you show them how it went to shit.
No, see, why would you? If you have, if you're at dinner and you have a really nasty pot roast, and then you have, this great cake, why the hell would you want to waste the cake first? You get through dinner and then you finish off with that.
Because that's food and movies are different, Andrew.
I'm fat. They're the same
That
thing. Why do you think whenever you go to the
that's
movies,
a
you get
horrible
soda
analogy.
and popcorn and hot dogs and, well,
Do you sneak a cake in your pants too?
dude, dude, I
You
have
put the
eaten
candle on the
cake.
tip and blow it out.
Don't tell me you snuck cupcakes into a movie theater. Please don't tell me you've done that.
Dude, Hostess, man.
Okay, I'll let that slide. But yeah.
Man, yeah, I'm a little kid. I'm sitting there watching episode 1, and I'm eating a Twinkie, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. I once saw a guy try to sneak in an ice cream cake once.
Are you kidding me? I've seen people like bring in lasagna, like some Italian dish.
Yeah,
You can smell lasagna. It's like, did someone just bring in lasagna? I think so. It's like, how did they sneak that in? I have no idea.
So it was a skinny guy wearing a fat suit. The full fat suit was just stuffed with food.
If I had one, if I had a fat suit, I would definitely do that.
Anyways, I think that was the end of the middle segment.
No,
Way too long ago.
Oh, come on, it's fine. We can still talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, but we're dragging on here.
This is this has to be a long podcast for our viewers.
Well, that's true. So, you guys want to keep dragging it out, or do you want to go on to the next segment?
Well, we can just talk about what we'd like to see for Star Wars. Even, it's not going to be part of the extended universe, but what would you like to see more of? What characters would you like to see?
Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford have to be in it.
Yeah. At least cameo appearances.
At least cameos. They don't have to be the stars, but god damn it, if you're going to have the characters Han Solo and Luke Skywalker in there, have those two in there. Now, Leia, I can see why you can't, because she's like 400 pounds like right now.
She could lose the weight, you never know.
But, and that I never really liked Leia ever. So,
She's a Disney
So, yeah.
princess now, Corey.
Oh,
She's one of the most badass Disney princess.
she's the most badass Disney princess.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
All right.
I think we're done with the
hold
segment.
on, guys. Hold on.
What?
What?
I have a question for you guys.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Shoot.
Luke Skywalker's Uncle Owen has just purchased 2 droids, R2-D2 and C-3PO. Luke has been assigned to clean them and maintain them. In the process, working on R2-D2, Luke discovers that his little friend is carrying a secret message delivered by a beautiful holographic woman. When Luke asks C-3PO if he recognized this woman, does C-3PO specifically recognize her? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
He doesn't.
No.
He
He got
doesn't.
his memory wiped in the 3rd episode.
You don't remember that? They don't
it's
remember
trivia.
shit of anything.
Only R2-D2, but he kept it. He just kept it a secret. He was a dick.
Here we go. Question 2. At the dinner table, Luke chats with his Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. After having seen R2's hidden
Beru.
message, Luke inquires about Obi-Wan Kenobi. According to Uncle Owen, what has happened to Obi-Wan?
He is like some sort
He has
of
become
like
a hermit,
hermit.
has passed away of old age, he left on a mission, or he died around the same time as Luke's father. Go.
He became an old
He was
hermit.
old hermit, yeah.
Nope, he died around the same time Luke's father. That's what he told him.
Oh. Well, what is it? Why are you quizzing us on this?
Why the fuck are you quizzing us on the podcast?
I don't know. You said you wanted to make it go longer, and this is trivia!
Well, we were
Tommy,
talking.
this is your fault.
No, I want to talk about what we would like to see more of the films. Yeah, we talked about the cameos, but let's talk about like some of the action sequence. It's like more badass fights, maybe like more cool Force abilities like we see in the Force Unleashed. Maybe we can see a new Sith uprising.
Better see a death grip on someone's nuts.
We're gonna have.
Can you think of the worst way to die ever is force gripping somebody's nuts until they just pass out?
Spaceballs. You seen that movie, right?
Yes.
I love the
Okay.
movie. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Now let's see how well you can handle it.
Anyways, it's time to move on to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It is time for...
He's talking to dogs right now.
People doing stupid shit. Hit the music. And yes, I do talk to my dog.
No, that high pitched. Anyways, so I don't have a whole lot of stories because I had my stories, and then you guys are like, "Oh, let's make this thing 26 hours long."
You can go ahead and say them all.
I know. I have
Go
3.
ahead.
I have 3. Okay.
I have 5.
You have 5 more. Shut up, Chihuahua. Jesus. God, there's 2 of them out there.
When you said when you started that syllable, when you said chew, I immediately thought.
Be quiet, Chewie. Anyway, so someone breaks into your house, or something breaks into your house. What is it? Go.
I'm gonna say a Charizard.
Okay, so something breaks into my house and I have to
Yeah,
guess
what do you think broke into your house? Like, everything's a huge mess. There's stuff all over the floor. What broke into your house?
A gorilla with a deer shank.
No, I have to say like an animal. So maybe like a dog or even a bear.
All right. Surprise intruder breaks into Philadelphia home. A 300-pound deer.
Oh dear.
That's a
Oh,
huge deer.
I see what you did there, Tommy. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, I was kind of close with the deer shank.
yeah, I was going to say that. A home invader broke into a house near Philadelphia, but it wasn't the kind of intruder that the homeowner or police expected. Ron Philippos told NBC 10 he received a call from police over the weekend saying that there may have been a burglary at his home on the 16 block of Welsh Road. Police told Philippos that they have gotten reports saying that there was glass broken inside. Philippos, who was with his wife and 2-week-old son at the doctor's appointment, had time to agree to see the police. As Philippos and several police officers arrived at his home, officers say they spotted blood on the couch and wall. They drew their guns and asked Philippos to leave for his own safety. The officers then searched inside the home, which was in shambles, blood all over the place, glass, everything all over the place. When they arrived in the back room, they found the intruder, a 300-pound deer. As someone got into the house, he broke a fence, broke a window, broke the baby's crib, table, and all the other furniture in the room. After an hour and a half of fighting with the deer, they were unable to get it away.
Just put it down. Kill it.
So, what happened?
That's it.
Nothing?
That's
Story
it?
ended.
So it's still there for all we know?
Yeah.
Honey, just ignore the dead deer on the kitchen floor.
No, they decide to just live with it.
But, Daddy, it's twitching. Don't look at it. Dad.
All right. So, kind of under the same scene, if someone was breaking in...
Wait. I'm sorry. Can I ask you something?
What's up?
Did you say the guy's name from the last story? His name was Philip Ho?
Philip Hose.
Hose.
Philip Hose.
Yeah.
Hose.
All right. So, if someone's breaking into your house, what do you use to fend them off?
I'm gonna use a dog strapped to a vacuum cleaner.
I would just use a bat.
All right.
Strapped to a bat!
Yeah.
A New Hampshire woman fends off a robber with her walker.
That is badass.
Yeah. A 50-year-old New Hampshire woman who once worked as a deputy sheriff and a corrections officer hit a robber in the head with her walker when he broke into her home on Sunday. A masked intruder armed with a knife burst into Neil's home Sunday afternoon, charging at her and a friend who was visiting. A quote from the woman says, I just looked up and he was there. This guy was running at us. My girlfriend tried to get in the middle of him and he punched her and threw her away. Then I fell on my bed. I picked up my walker and I hit him across the head, and she hid away the knife apparently too. So good for her. She whooped a guy's ass with a knife with a walker.
With a knife walker?
No, he had a knife.
Oh.
She hit away the knife out of his hand.
I'm just saying, I had this vision of this old woman with knives strapped to the bottom of her walker instead of the tennis balls, and she's just swinging this thing around. She apparently kills the guy.
She's gonna make a cameo appearance in Red too.
It seems like something from that movie Machete, just something just stupidly ridiculous.
All right. My last story, but then there's a bunch more. This man was cooking an animal. What was he cooking?
I'm gonna say he was cooking a water bear.
Water bear? Jeez. Well, first of all, where is this guy from?
Let me see.
Is this in Florida?
I'm looking. He's in Plainfield. It doesn't actually say.
Okay, so I'm just... Alright, sounds kind of foresty. Or not.
Plainfield. Could they think of the one name that wasn't boring? That doesn't mean Boringville. Welcome to Plainfield, where everything is plain and vanilla.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say eagle.
You go to the ice cream store, they only offer vanilla.
Man was cooking a squirrel for lunch and sparks a fire that destroys 8 apartments.
All right, now here's the thing. Squirrel?
Oh wait, hold on. I see.
I can see that.
He's in Holland. He's in Holland.
Holland.
Okay, that's different.
Okay, he's in Holland. My bad.
Because if this was the South or whatever, I'm cooking squirrel. What's new with that?
I know.
Okay, but guess what he tried using to cook this?
Gasoline fuel.
A waffle iron.
No.
Toaster.
He used a blowtorch.
Oh.
The resident was on deck of the 3rd floor of the Clearview... Wow. Okay, Plainsfield, Holland, in the Clearview apartments. Jesus. The resident was on deck, and he was using the torch to burn off the squirrel's fur when the deck caught fire. The resident, whose name was not released, was removing the animal's fur in preparation to eat it. Flames spread to the roof and the other parts and were destroyed. 8 apartments were destroyed, and 24 units had damage from smoke and water. Holy crap!
Damn, that was a smart idea.
Yeah, I know. You know, next time you want to use a torch to cook something. Jesus.
That sounds like something you would do, Andrew.
Oh, I would definitely do it, but not to cook it. I would just burn it.
I could see you just like running out in like the woods with like dressed as like the pyro from like Team Fortress. Ah! As you're going like nuts on like squirrels and shit like that with a flamethrower.
Yeah, I can imagine that too.
Which, if you guys don't know, the pyro.
But yeah, I
Funny
got it
shit.
from Team Fortress.
Yes, thank you.
Remember, we're a gaming podcast.
Yeah.
We're a gaming podcast.
We should know our games, right?
Yes. Yes. Anyways, is that the end of people doing stupid shit?
Yes, it is, Corey.
And it is now time to move on to our final segment,
Dun, dun, dun.
which is shoutouts. Tommy, you go first.
Oh.
My shout out goes to Halloween. It was a terrific holiday. I got to scare kids. We gave away 3,000 candies, and more kids were still coming. It's ridiculous. I got to see Slenderman multiple times. Someone dressed up as Ted, which was cool. And the Jack in the Box dude made an appearance. So yeah, that was pretty cool costumes I've seen.
Those are pretty cool costumes.
Yeah.
You know, while we're on the subject, what did you guys do for Halloween?
Well,
Well,
I
I
was
guess-
scaring kids, passing out candy.
I went to.
So you were being a dick.
Well, it would do like a little haunted house sort of thing.
I did that last year.
So you were being a dick.
Well, it was just, yeah, I guess.
I did that last year. I was dressed up as Michael Myers, and I remember specifically I scared this like little 4-year-old who was
terrible.
dressed as like Jasmine.
What?
She was dressed as like a Disney princess, and I remember basically how it was set up. My car doesn't run, so they had me sitting in the back of the car like really still with the door open, and basically it just looked like, you know, a dummy. And they had to walk up to the table where my dad was, and basically I would get out of the car, and when they turned around, I would just be right behind them with a machete in their face. It was more just the fact like, hey, he wasn't there before, and it got about probably 70% of the people, but this little girl, she turned around and she screamed at the top of her lungs and she started crying.
Oh, you're
So-
terrible.
Yeah, a little bit.
You are a horrible person, Andrew.
I
Yeah,
really
I
wanted.
avoid scaring little kids for that reason.
She had a Tootsie Roll, and I really wanted it.
Yeah, and
So-
she made another Tootsie Roll when you scared her.
You know what? All right. You know what I should? Okay. Here's what I did for Halloween. I walked around my campus dressed as Deadmau5, and I gave out people Starbursts that just randomly walked past me, and I never said a word to any of them.
Well,
And then I stood at the corner of the residence hall holding a sign saying "out of candy," and anybody who walked by, I just stared at them, kept looking at them until they were out of my field of range, and then I would look for the next person to stare at. So it's just creepy, and I thought, and nobody knew who I was either.
well,
Now, what I should have done is and now that I think about it, I should have gone around and placed notes from the game Slender around, saying this is like, you know, like all the notes you find in like the game and shit like that. Place those all around the campus.
Well, I found some on my campus.
That's hilarious.
was he behind you?
No, thank God. I only found one, so, you know, he doesn't tend to go after me that much.
He thinks you're too much of a bitch to go after.
Well, I didn't take it. I just saw it and I just left it there, so I didn't take it.
Why didn't you take it?
Because I didn't want him to follow me, Corey.
Well, jeez.
I did see him from a distance, but he was stalking
You
some
didn't
other...
look at him, right?
I did not look at him. He was going after some incredibly hot Asian dressed as Misty.
I'm gonna tell
What?
your girlfriend.
No, I mean, yeah, there was some Asian girl dressed as Misty from Pokemon.
But yeah,
Okay.
what I
This
I
is my
just-
college campus. It's fine, all right?
this year I just spent time with the girlfriend. Her family like makes like Thanksgiving dinner for Halloween, and we gave out candy. When we ran out of candy, I kept telling them we should give away lemons.
You're terrible, Andrew.
Well, I guess that's it. What's your shout out, Corey? You didn't.
Oh, I guess right. I never really did one, did I?
No.
Well, since I am the host, I go last. Andrew, your turn.
Oh, I get to shout out. Okay, my shout out goes to LJN.
What's up? I'm sorry.
Yeah, my shout out goes to LJN. For the early part of Halloween, I was streaming on Twitch.tv, which if you guys don't know what that is, you just play games on there, and I have the Overshield logo on my screen when I'm playing. I was playing a Nightmare on Elm Street for the original Nintendo, made by LJN, and it's actually a pretty good game. So, that's my shout out goes to LJN for making a game that wasn't crappy.
Yeah, I guess that's a good compliment to hear from him.
Well,
All right.
that rainbow that's on that case usually means the rainbow of death. Because everything they touched was terrible. That's what I mean. Because when I turned it on, I expected it to be completely bad, broken, and it wasn't. I fought Freddy Krueger at one point, and he whooped my ass, and that was the end of it.
Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
what's your shout out, Corey?
My shout out, Let's think about this. My shout out. Tommy, did you recently hear the story about the country of what's this? I believe it was Monaco. Yeah, the country of Monaco, or whatever it was, converted the entire country into a Halo 4 tourist thing.
Yes, I did. I saw a little behind the scenes footage of that, and I thought that was pretty cool.
So yes, if you guys didn't hear about this, the country of whatever, I think it's Monaco, some small ass country that's smaller than a city. It's literally what, 6 square miles the big country is, or something like that.
Maybe, I don't know.
They literally Microsoft converted the whole country into Halo World, and it was kind of cool. So for a press event, I have to give hands out to Microsoft for doing something that cool.
And
There were
speaking
teabags
of
everywhere.
Well, I am excited for Halo 4 because that is coming out on Election Day, and that is going to be an amazing game.
Yep. By the way, folks, go vote before you buy the game,
Yeah.
please. Do your rightful duty.
Yes.
I'm voting. We probably shouldn't discuss this on the podcast. Maybe
No, we're not a political podcast, so we will not discuss politics.
I'm voting for Colbert.
Frank Kramer, 2012.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. There you go. Adam Agro for president.
Oh,
Oh no!
he might do some good actually.
At least he would be honest. He'd be like, "This shit's
Well,
fucked
women's
up."
rights would be gone. If Adam was president, I could see women's rights being gone.
Like I said, he'll do some good.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, I'm the bad one.
God. Anyways, that is Pixels and Bits. Screw whatever episode we're on.
Episode 23, I believe.
Yes.
Screw the
No.
episode.
Is it?
Yes, I think it's episode 23.
Whatever episode this is. It's Pixels and Bits. We love you guys.
Bye.
Oh, wait. But don't forget, we have our website. We have not even made our announcement about our website.
Oh, that's right. Tommy, you want to make the announcement?
Yes. And we have theovershield.com. We've been saying we are theovershield.com. Type in theovershield.com. You can see our new
This is a legitimate website.
It's a
We don't
legitimate
bullshit
website.
around, folks.
It's a pretty good, legitimate website. And it will be updated as long as we keep making videos. We will have some news.
As long as Tommy is around, the site will be updated.
Yeah, as long as I'm around.
As long as I'm around, I'll be a pain in the ass and make random shows for you guys. Tommy has to keep making logos for.
Well, first of all, you don't even. Well, you stopped.
You
the
don't
news
tell
desk.
anybody.
You stopped the news desk. Well, because your internet right now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start that back up next week.
Okay. Have you fixed that logo? Because I don't know.
We'll talk about that after the show.
All right.
All right. Later, folks. See you next week.
Later.
Bye.